Get an audio check going here. Got a little
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
All right, testing audio. Got a couple seconds left here. Warm-ups, everyone. Then we'll get going with the game here. Prior Lake versus Hastings. Sunday afternoon game with a big pumpkin tournament. Game 4 of 4 for the Lakers. Got our starting lineups here in a second.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming back for the final game of the day of the Big Pumpkin Rousey by Youth Hockey Club, sponsored and hosted by the Rochester Youth Association. Today's game features the visitors from Prior Lake taking on the home team, Armstrong, Hastings Raiders. Let's go ahead and get started with our starting six with the visitors first. In net from the Lakers, number 1, Graham Sterling. At 1D, number 19, Tucker Gorman. His defensive partner, number 6, Mason Wold. At 1D, number 13, Dominic Iris. At the other wing, number 9, Easton Dahl. And center for the Lakers, number 17, Caleb Leonard. And the rest of the Army Lakers who are provided. And now home spot, your Raiders. Starting at net, number 32, Cora Ingerman. At 1D, number 91, Eli Polsky. At the other D, number 25, Jeff Burrell. At 1D, number 4, Eli Ingerman. At the other wing, number 8, Logan Carr. And at center for the Raiders, number 46, Tanner Kemna. And the rest of the Raiders who are going to watch on viewing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise to the rainbow, you would enter our American playing our national anthem.
All right, so we got game 4 of 4 for the Lakers here at the Big Pump Tournament. They're playing against Hastings Raiders today. Lost yesterday to Lakeville North, and once you kind of lose one game in this tournament, it's 32 teams in this tournament, so you got to win all your games to get to the championship. Once you lose a game, you get kind of demoted down to a bracket to play more friendly games. So yesterday and today, more of those types of games, but still good hockey and good test for the boys here against Hastings today. So see what they can do. We got Leathers and I already on the to start the game with Dahl on the left wing, Norgren and Woolley on D, and tonight Graham Sterling is in goal for us. The Lakers are going to get a face-off in the attacking zone. Leathers wins a draw to the net. Dahl's going to be in there in the corner to get it. Dahl gets there first. Gets on Leathers in there to support. Hastings chips it around to the other side. Dom does a good job of getting on that guy right away. And Woolley, another nice job on that line to keep that puck in. Little drop pass back there. Shot on goal from Leathers, and puck's in the net. And Lakers are up 1-0. It's a good start for the boys. 26 seconds into the game, and we get the first goal. So always nice to get the first one. I'll just start it with that forecheck and having Dahl and Leathers in on that puck right away, and then Hastings tried to reverse around the other side. Dom got there quickly. Woolley keeping the puck in. And then little nice little dish there from Dom over to Leathers. Good shot off the post, and we're up 1-0. So good work, boys. Looks like they got Stearns and Langley out there. Thielen now. Langley moves up to Thielen. Thielen's going to take a shot on goal. It goes over the net. Hastings in there. Langley on the forecheck. Hastings going to take the puck, try to move it up the wall, but Stearns is going to be right there to get it from him and keep it in there. Move it over to Thielen. Thielen's going to come up the side here and got a little bit of room, tries to get through and loses the puck. Hastings, a couple guys on him, and it goes out of the zone. Berryman now going to regroup over to Antilla. Antilla used the boards and gets it in. We're just offside. We just didn't quite clear the zone before that puck went in. So offside call, and we take the puck to center ice. Like I think I mentioned yesterday, that you wonder why in an offside they're taking that puck to center ice rather than the team shoots the puck from their defensive side. Closer to that dot, then they're going to the center ice dot. They're going to take the face off there to not give them that 10 or 15 feet of territorial advantage. So good job by the Lakers. Good start. Move it up through the neutral zone. Leathers coming in on the left side now. Takes a shot. Just goes off the goalie and over the corner. Volt now picks it up. He's going to try to move it back to Leathers, but Hastings picks it up. Number 68 here for Hastings, that scores most of their goals, so he's going to be the guy we're going to have to watch out for. And they look like they come in the zone, looked offside, but close enough. They dump it in. Hastings going to go to work and try to chip it over to the other side. But nice job by Bartlett to pick that one off and move it over to Neast. Good battle there. Good job by Bartlett to kind of eliminate that guy so Leathers can pick up the puck and just a little offside there, probably half stride offside. So we'll get another offside call. And now they will have that face off right outside the blue line because it was carried in offside, not passed in offside like the one before. Dom playing center. I'm sorry, Langley playing center today. And we got Dom and Dahl on the wings here now. So Hastings tries to move it out front. And this pass there goes up to their D. Going to move it down low. A half wall here. Digging over there, Woolley on it. Good position. Stays on that net side of the guy and working for that puck. We got move it up to the point now for Hastings. They come back down the half wall, down deep in the corner. They try to chip it. Langley's going to grab that puck and start moving out of the zone here. He moves it up to Dahl. Dahl, nice little touch pass over to Dom, so he can come through there. Dom picks up, takes a shot. Good shot. Dom rebound right out there for Dahl. Takes a shot. And another rebound for Langley, and he buries it. So another good start. Good shift from these guys. Good puck movement. All starts that good, clean breakout coming out of the zone. We're able to come through the neutral zone with some speed, get a shot on goal, and a couple rebounds on the goalie, and pucks in the back of net. 11:30 in the first period, and the Lakers are up 2-0 now. Come back with Leathers and Thielen and Stearns. Thielen on the left side, Stearns on the right with Antilla and Berryman on D. Good fast start for the Lakers. That's what we're looking for. And Hastings going to enter in the zone. Try to look to get it to the middle, but they turn it over. Stearns going to pick it up in just outside of our blue line. He's going to get down the ice and work his way in there. Makes a nice move, dishes it over. Dished it over to Leather. Nice little dish. It actually worked out pretty well because Stearns would have been on his backhand there. So dishing over to Leathers there gave Leathers an opportunity to take that shot on his forehand. Surprised that he made that pass there. He shot, but good choice there. He saw Leathers at the last second to move that over to him for probably a better shot opportunity for the team. Hastings win that draw, move it back. We're going to send it down the ice. And icing is going to be called on that. Wasn't sure if they were going to call that or not because it did deflect off a guy in the neutral zone, but they do call that icing, and we'll take that face off on left side of the Hastings goalie here and see what we can do off the draw. Yeah, we got Berryman and Antilla on D with Leathers, Thielen, and Stearns forwards. Stearns gets up to Antilla. Antilla's going to, under pressure, to chip it down the wall. But Hastings has two guys there. They take it away and move it up through the neutral zone. Hastings comes in and gets a shot off, and Graham Sterling is a routine save. Sorry, everybody's kind of chuckling a little bit for the announcement. Chase Langley, the announcement is Langlaw. I can see Iaria, but Langlaw? All right, so Volp's going to come up to the ice and move it up. Tries to hit Nice across the ice, but Hastings gets her stick on it, breaks the play. Langley on that forecheck moves over to Dahl. Then he's going to get that puck deep. Hastings does a good job getting a little body on him there, take him out of the play. And again, we're kind of all over him on that forecheck, so get Langley back on that forecheck again over on the other side. Hastings just got to chip the puck out. Now Noel's going to grab it back on D and move it over to, I think, Bartlett over there. Bartlett tries to make that pass, a little long pass, and a couple feet off for Volp to be able to get a stick on it. It goes down for an icing. So face off the left side of Sterling over here. Coming back with it, Leathers and Dom and Dahl line scored last shift. So nice puck move from them. See if they get another one this shift. Hastings wins a draw, but we end up getting possession of it, chip it out of the zone. Dahl's going to take a look to the middle, but it goes off Hastings' guy's skate. He gets the puck. He's going to move it up and try to enter the zone. It's like Norgren's over there, does a good job on D to get that puck and move it over D to Woolley. Woolley's going to move it up to Dom up to Dahl. So good regroup there. Nice little move by Dahl. Gets kind of slashed down there, no call on that one. Nice move, though, from Dahl. Get around that guy. Leather's going to pick it up top of the circle. He's looking to find Dahl in the middle. Dahl's kind of camped out front there. Leathers chooses to come around the net and use the D. So up to Norgren. Norgren back to Leathers in the corner. Leathers trying to find Dom in front, gets broken up. Hastings grabs it, chips it up through the middle, but we're going to keep this in the zone there. Woolley just decides to kick it and use a little soccer move because it's up in the air. So it's going to, it's like a little footwork from Woolley showing his athleticism. Maybe he should be playing soccer instead of baseball. Good job by the guys. They're just continuous pressure on Hastings. Now Hastings looking to get it out. Nice job by Dom to keep it in. This is the time when you really want to take advantage of a team. When you keep in the zone for this long, it's been a solid 40 seconds, and Hastings is pinning their zone. They start to get tired. Now they do get it out, so they're going to get all five guys off the ice so they can get a change. Thought it was going to be icing there, but it's slow-moving puck, so they wave it off. Prior Lake trying to break it out. Puck ends up to the middle, but Hastings guy can't handle it to get a shot. Stearns picks it up over on the side now. He's going to move it over to the D. Goes D to D behind the net. Forward to D, I guess you could say. And they come up out of the zone. Thielen coming down left side, stops. Looks for Stearns. Finds Stearns right in the middle. He gets kind of tripped up there a little bit. As they're coming through. Good play, good pass from Thielen, though. Good play to come in the zone and then stop just a few feet inside the zone. And kind of a dead spot there where if you do that when you're coming to the zone, you don't have much for options because they got numbers back. And stopped over there a few feet inside the zone, and then their D just kind of collapsed down, and it gave some room for him to hit Stearns in the middle, and he almost got one there. Thielen on the forecheck. Again, Hastings starts to chip it out, and Berryman keeps it in. Doesn't have much time to get a shot, so he dumps in the opposite corner. Lakers in there digging for it, doing a great job on the forecheck. Thielen in there. They're going to bring it around. Berryman's going to be there to keep it in and just send it back down low, and Thielen trying to move it out to Stearns. Stearns gets it, and Ends up not being able to get a shot off there. So Hastings coming down the ice on that far side, takes a shot. This one's going to ring all the way up to Thielen. But Thielen's going to pick it up. He's looking for somebody over there on the side for some help, and he's able to enter the zone and make a nice pass over there to Langley. I think he kind of behind the back pass Thielen made to get it over to Langley, and Langley one times that thing down on the ice on that far side and beats the goalie over there. So good play for the guys again. Getting shots on goal, and they're up 3-0 now with 7:40 left in the first period. So keep shooting the puck, keep forechecking the way they are. They're moving their feet. So far, they put together the best few shifts in a row that I've seen all weekend. Got to save the best for last. Leather's going to grab the puck, chip it off the wall, and come up the side. He's got Neist over there, tries to find him, but Hastings does a good job of tying up Neist's stick. They're going to come out of the zone with a little bit of speed. We've got Noel back, though, and got Bartlett coming back to help him. Noel does a good job of keeping that guy to the outside, getting a body and a stick on him. Allows Leathers to come pick up the puck and move it up the goal. They're a little close together. It ends up going up to the point. Nice tip there from Hastings, shot and tipped, and good save from Graham Sterling. So Prior Lake's able to get it up out of the zone. Hastings D-to-D in the neutral zone. Looking to move it up through. The Volt reads that, gets it over, and they're going to regroup. Noel the Volt. Lakers looking to get this puck out now here. They just played it with their hand with another guy, and then the other guy grabbed it, but no whistle there. So icing's waived, so Lakers going to get 4 out of their 5 guys change here. Gets some fresh legs on the ice as Leathers goes and continues in the forecheck to try to pin him in the zone. Hastings is going to come up out of their zone here with some speed. Good job by Norton to get a little body on that guy. We got numbers back, so we're good. We're moving up from Dahl up to Dom. Dom coming in the zone, looking to go to the middle. There's a lot of traffic in the middle, so that doesn't work out. Hastings digging for the puck over there. We got 2 of our guys over there. Looks like it's hard to tell. Nice little move though from Langley up there up top. Brings it around over to Dahl on the far side. Dahl's going to try to go up the wall, but Hastings guys right there to take it away, and they move up to the middle. Hastings picks up that puck and moves through. He got coming out on 1-on-3. He doesn't have a whole lot of options, so Prior kind of smothers them and able to take that puck away. A 50-50 puck down there in the corner now. See if the Lakers come out with it. Langley moves it up to Dahl. Dahl's going to move it up to Dom. Dom chips it by his foot race here to the puck. Little interference there from the Hastings guy, but judging by the way the refs called the last game, they're going to let the physical part of the game go today. I don't know why that's not icing. They did tip that puck, but it was on their defensive side of the red line, so there's no reason that shouldn't have been icing, but they do waive it. Thielen over there battling for the puck, tries to find a little bit kind of who's playing on what side now. Stern's over there digging for the puck on the wall too, and going to get back on that D side of the puck, boys. Leathers in the corner. Again, Woolley comes in to try to get the puck, to get possession of it. Hastings moves it out front. Thielen's able to get it, loses it, gets it back again. Able to chip it out, gets it up to Stern. Stern's going to come down on the guy, looking to get around the guy wide, take it to the net. Tries to move it out front. Leathers already moved through, so no one was there. And Hastings is going to send the puck down. This one's going to be on Sterling, so we want to play that one and move that thing out as quick as we can, especially since Hastings is making a line change there. Moves it up to Leathers. Leathers kind of mishandles it a little bit, able to regain control of it. Moves it up to Thielen. Thielen coming in, same thing. He's going to stop on that spot. I think he found kind of a sweet spot there, and he's tries to do the same thing, but there's really nobody coming through because we're making a line change there too. We'll battle on the wall here by the penalty bench for the boys. Holt wins that battle, gets the puck in. Langley picking it up. He's going to come in on that far side, try to take a short side shot, goes wide, and he's able to pick it up and come up out of their zone now. They're looking like they're going to be offside, and they are, so we'll get a whistle. And Hastings guy close to us, so it's just a little bit offside there. So a good start for the Lakers. 4:06 left in the first period. We're up 3-0. It's been probably our best start, I'd say, of the season overall. Not to say we didn't start any of the other games fast. The Woodbury game we did too, but just kind of tougher team, whatever. So the outcome was a little different after period 1, but still got 4 minutes left in the period here. But we are up 3-0, and we look like we're the better team today, so that's good. Try to chip it down. They are going to put icing up for that one and wave it again. So it looks like the refs are really letting it play, trying to probably their last game of the day and trying to get out of here. So Bartlett's going to pick up the puck, make a nice little move. He's got a little room on the outside. He takes it in. He moves it over to Langley. Could have moved back to Bartlett there. He's open, but he decides to shoot instead. Shot goes wide, comes out of the zones, and Noel picks it up. He's going to move it back over to Bartlett. And again, Bartlett's gains the red line again, and probably just looking to get that puck deep at this point. Gains the zone. Looks like Neese is in there, gets a stick on from the guy, and Langley's able to walk off the wall and look for Volpe. Good to Volpe. Bartlett, nice little move. Volpe again, to a toe drag of each guy, but we do able to regain possession of the puck and get to Langley, and Hastings again comes up and just chips out in the neutral zone. Bartlett's looking to try to get around this guy, get held a little bit, but he does keep his feet moving. He gets around him. He's going to get to his forehand here. Almost just a nice stick by the Hastings guy, take that puck away and come down, but we got numbers back, so we're good. Volpe takes it, sends it down. It's not going to be icing. They're going to get to it. Oh, they definitely should have waved that one off. Like I just sandbagged that on that icing. Clearly could have gotten to that puck, and guarantee that coaches, that's what they're talking about too. He like chose to literally not play that puck there, and that's when you need to wave that thing off. So we come back in our D zone for a face-off, and just under 3 minutes left. Woolley wins a battle in the corner, tries to move it up to Leathers. Leathers up to Dom on the half wall. Hastings kind of does come out with that puck a little bit here. Gets a shot, but it goes wide. Goes over to Dahl. He's going to have a little bit of time over here. Puck's kind of rolling, so it's tough to do much with it, but he does get it through and try to get it over to Dom. Dom gets a stick on the guy. We need two guys on that guy. He's two guys worth of players there. His big body for London Stewart. Leather's going to chip it out of his own. Dahl kind of tries to make a play and ends up chipping it back, but we should be able to get control of his puck. Don't quite. Hastings gets a shot off, kind of a low percentage shot in the middle, but Pirate Lake's going to take this puck down for sure, get out of his zone. 2-on-2 now for Leathers and Dom. Leathers got some speed, tries to beat the guy around the outside, brings it back to Dahl. Dahl leaves it for the D. Smart play there for him just to let the D get that puck as they came in, and we're going to need to get a line change on our forwards here. They've out there for a little bit. Leathers gets off the ice. Dom just getting banged around down there, like back and forth, and he can handle that. So again, Hastings comes up through the middle. They make that pass the middle. Got to get that guy. Good stick there by Berryman to come back and break up that play as a guy that would have been a good scoring opportunity for Hastings there. So great job by Berryman getting back and just lifting that guy's stick right at the right time. Now good Berryman coming in on the forecheck from one end of the ice to the other. He comes down. He's got coverage from Thielen. Thielen takes it away just outside the blue, and he's going to gain the zone now. Going to quick little 3-on-3 to Stearns. Stearns takes a shot. Good save by the goalie off the blocker. Gets right in there after his shot for the first guy in the forecheck. But Hastings comes up the other side. Coming up the wall now. This is their best player here. Comes up the wall. He's looking for a little give and go. They're looking to get it back to him. Won't quite get it to him, and they still are able to gain the zone on a 1-on-4 now, so this guy should barely get a shot off, which he doesn't, because we just get around him and get on him. Chip the puck up through the zone now, and Thielen on it. Leathers coming through. Leaves it. Volpe's going to pick it up. And good spot for him to be in the forecheck, too. And Volpe tries to battle with the guy, but Hastings going to pick it up and probably gain the line to get that D. No, Bartlett says, no way, I'm not even letting you get that red line. Takes it. We're just offside by a hair. But great play by Bartlett, just that gap control there to stay up on that guy. It's tough for D to have confidence in themselves and their skating ability and awareness to be up on and closing that gap in the forward. But if you can successfully do that as a defenseman, you can put pressure on their forwards immediately as soon as they receive that puck. And sometimes, like Bartlett does, gets good reads on that and is able to pick off some passes. So again, Hastings tries to get in. Bartlett picks it off, looks to the weak side. It's going to go off the boards. The Volpe is maybe going to get a chance to pick it up. Hastings guy grabs it, chips it up, and Leathers is there to get it. Kind of back and forth the puck here. Hastings coming through now. Just can't quite get control of it, and they end up chipping it in. Knowles in there to get the puck, and buzzer sounds the end of the first period. So again, good start from the Lakers, up 3-0. It's the biggest lead we've had on a team so far in this tournament. So good signs from the guys that they're ready to play and didn't just take this game and kind of call it and say, well, it's fourth game of the weekend and we don't really have anything to play for here. There's always something to play for. You're always playing for your pride, for your team, and for your community. So good to see them not just throw the towel in on this after a tough couple losses over the weekend for them. Close games all weekend long, too, and look back to the Woodbury game, too, and they're up 2-1, and unfortunately ran into some penalty trouble, and on that one, nothing that I think that the Lakers could really prevent. Just sometimes just don't get those calls. And but my point is with that we were able to be in the game with some of the top teams. You got Woodbury made it to the championship, and at one point we had them back on their heels. And I think if it wouldn't have been for that 5-on-3 in that game, it would have probably been a different story. At least a much closer game. So again, good start for the Lakers, up 3-0. I'm sure Hastings is going to try to respond here and with a strong shift in the early part of the second period here, but hopefully the Lakers can bring it again and pop another one in. So everybody's moving, feet are moving, and the forecheck looks good, regroup looks good. We haven't spent a lot of time in our D zone and not keep track of shots, but if I had to probably guess, Hastings probably has about 5 shots and we probably have 10. Woolley going back to chase in the corner, goes D to D to is with looks like he's with Norgren over there digging in the corner now. Yep. And Norgren gets some help from Langley down there. Like battle in the corner or whatever. You get battling in front too with Woolley trying to cover his guy. Hastings able to come out with that puck, take a shot, or goes off the outside of the net there over to Stearns in the wing. It's kind of crunched over there on the wall a little bit. And a D pinching in there, and we're able to pick up the puck. And Langley picks it up and moving through the neutral zone. Just getting kind of mugged a little bit as he comes through, but he's able to get through there and get a shot off and ends up going right. Rebound comes right back out to him at the top of the circle in the middle of the ice. He's going to need some help. Moves it back to Berryman. Berryman's going to take a shot on goal. Good job by Thielen getting that traffic in front that we need for those screens. Langley over to Thielen, tries to get it over to Stearns. Got hooked a little bit as he came out of the corner and kept him from being able to really do what he wanted to do there. So Hastings getting a little frustrated. You can see some stuff behind the play, a couple little punches thrown, stuff like that. Boys just got to play through that and understand that they got to just beat them on the scoreboard, which they're doing. So stay with them over here too. Just cross check right to the head. There's just no call there. Thielen, 93, London Stewart's just a goon. They cross checking Thielen about 3 times over there, right by the bench, right in front of the ref, and they're not calling it. That's something that's got to get called. You got an aggressive freaking cross check to the head 2-3 times on Anders Thielen, right in front of the bench, 10 feet away from the ref. He's not even calling it. Not 1, 2, 3 of them. And it gave you 3 opportunities to make that call, and you're just going to turn the other way like it was nothing. This game's going to get out of control if they're going to continue to let that stuff go. Dahl comes in the corner, wins the race puck, gets it over to Leathers. Leathers moves to Bartlett. He's got some room to walk, take a shot. Oh, just missed. I think it actually went off the goalie's stick there a little bit. It was on target. Good job by the Lakers, again, to keep that pressure on Hastings and really kind of suffocate them in their D zone and not even let them be. That's a trip. Another no. Now he's going to call it. It's like they don't want to call anything. He had to call that one, so he did. So we're going to go on a power play here in a little bit as soon as Hastings touches the puck. You kind of get to the point again. I'm kind of critical on the referees. I got a lot of experience myself reffing for many years, and the amount of effort that some of the guys give, that's the biggest thing. It's like, are they putting the effort forth? I mean, maybe this is their 4th or 5th game of the day, and it doesn't matter, to us. This is our first, and if they can't perform up to their highest ability, because of the number of games they're taking, then don't take so many games. Knoll over to Thielen, moves to Leathers in the half ball, back up to Knoll. It's going to be just out of his reach, so just out of the zone. Does a really nice job, but they're not going to blow that down either. It's just checked out. So anyway, we'll take that one. We're going to ice it. And unfortunately, it passed just a little bit off, but should have been a whistle either way. Just before that, we put it back in the zone. Leathers touched it in the zone, and they just did not bowling it down. And I think the refs are going to probably have about a 50% rate of being correct in this game from what I can tell, and we're just going to have to roll with that and understand that some of them are going to go our way and some of them are not. They just want to get out of here, and there's still 11:25 in the second period. We're in the face-off. Leathers over to Knoll. We're trying to keep these guys to the outside here. We got the power play, but their best player, one of their better players down there is handling the puck and kind of just trying to kill the time here. Now we get it. We're able to kind of lose it there to 68 again. He's able to get a little bit of a shot up. Kind of bounces. Unfortunately, just that bouncing puck ends up going between Sterling's legs, and Hastings gets a shorthanded goal on that one. So kind of a unfortunate play for the Lakers there. You know, they just got the momentum going their way on the power play too and everything, and we got to give credit to 98 for working down there in the corner or whatever, and then we kind of turn over the puck to him, and he ends up taking a shot, gets tipped by our guy, comes up and bounces, rolling, bouncing puck, and tough for Sterling to handle, so ends up going between his legs. So Norgren out there now with Berryman. He's going to look to get it to Stearns. Stearns moves it over to Volk. Volk's going to go back to Berryman. They're going to try to regroup and come with some speed now. Stearns comes through the zone. He's coming in with a little bit of speed, drops it back to Neese. Neese able to get it. Norgren digging for it too. Can't quite get it deep in the zone, so if the guy tries to shoot it, it does end up going off of Neese. And Norgren's able to still keep it and try to get to Stearns. Stearns comes through and gets knocked off the puck. The ref goes down, uses Max to keep himself up, it looks like, and Hastings able to come up out of the zone, and there's only 3 seconds left on that penalty now, too, so this is the guy that we want to make sure that we're really putting some attention to. He's going to move it out to the middle to Neese. Neese misplays it, and it goes to Hastings, gets a prime scoring opportunity, but Graham comes up with a big save. Stearns over the wall trying to battle in, goes back to Berryman. Berryman digging for the puck, and the momentum in this game has changed, I would say, in Hastings' favor since they put that puck in the net. Berryman picking up now, down low, and they try to go to the middle. Nice move there from the Hastings guy. He shoots over the net. So we really need to just get this puck out of the zone and get a line change, especially second period. It's like, just get the puck out. There we go. That's what we need to just ice the puck and get that whistle so we can change. Just some soft play from guys at certain times down there in the D zone. It's going to lead to the puck end up being in the back of our net if we don't, especially late in the shift like that, we're pinned in the zone, get the puck out, like bear down on that thing and get the puck out. So Norgren understands his assignment and gets that puck down the ice, whatever, for a whistle so we can change lines. Boy's going to grab control of that puck and bounce off the boards over to Don. Tries to move it up, just missed a little bit, but Dahl's right there to kind of get it. Now we got to get back. Hastings coming through the neutral zone, moves it up to the front guy, and they're going to get a shot off, and Sterling steers that over to the side. Good job by Woolley over their battle, but the Hastings D keeps it in, takes another bouncing shot. A little scary when the puck doesn't quite make it to the net, and it bounces about 8 feet in front of the net on your goalie. So Prior Lake's going to get a line change, and looks like they may be trying to match up some guys here or something, or just keep fresh legs on the ice and keep them short, you know. So Leathers and Stearns and Thielen out there now, Bartlett and Knoll. Hastings grabs the puck, comes behind the net. He's looking for somebody in the middle, coming around. He's got some time, use the D, go back and forth pass between their D and that guy. Good stick there by, looked like Bartlett, but Hastings still able to get the puck and get a shot off there. Like Leathers is kind of taken down. Stearns tries to chip it off the boards. If Hastings able to keep it in. Again, Leathers trying to chip it off the boards, and Hastings D does a good job keeping that puck in the zone, keeping that pressure on. So now we got guys in good position here. Bartlett behind the net. He's able to get control of the puck in that battle. He comes up through. Got a quick little 3-on-2 with Bartlett and Stearns and Thielen here. Bartlett carries it up and trying to get in there and look. Takes a shot from a bad angle, and goalie makes an easy save. Puck comes to the middle. Noel's going to get a shot. And we're going to get another shot off there. At least it got deep in the zone, and Thielen goes in to grab it. So Thielen waits for some help, and no one's there to help him. Leathers comes in a little later, but able to still get there and help and bring the puck away. Langley to Leathers. Takes a nice shot. Good block to save by the goalie down there. Up to Bartlett at the point. He's going to take a shot. Goes just wide. Again, we got to get some of that traffic in front of the net, so could get some tips and screens on the goalie. Leathers picks it up behind the net. He's going to have a little bit of time. Tries to kind of stuff it. Ends up going out to Knoll. Knoll takes a shot that gets through. And that's what I'm talking about, that traffic in front. Good shot for Bryce and Knoll. Good play. Leathers gets an assist on that. Good shot from Knoll. Another one of those low shots, about a foot off the ice, and goalie didn't get much of a look at it because between the Hastings guys in front and the Prior Lake guys in front, we had about 4 or 5 bodies right in front of that goalie, and she didn't get much of a look at that puck at all. So that's what we need when we're getting those shots from up top. Get that traffic in front, and if we put 1 or 2 guys in front, there's a good chance that Hastings is going to have 1 or 2 guys in front trying to cover those guys too, and that puck gets through, maybe deflects off somebody, whatever. You never know what's going to happen there. So good job for the Prior Lake to respond to that 1 goal that Hastings got. It's got a 4-1 hockey game with 7:30 left in the second period. Hastings going to grab the puck, try to regroup this now. East on the neutral zone forecheck. We try to gain the line and get it deep. Good job by RD. Tucker Norgren stepping up to get to the knees. He's going to try to move it over to Langley. It doesn't quite work out. Hastings comes up through the neutral zone again. They come through and see one guy trying to dangle through. Looked like Woolley. Woolley makes a good play and kind of smacks away from the guy and able to take it away and move it over to Norgren. Norgren's going to have some room. Finds Langley right up the middle. Langley's going to cross the red line, get hauled down. It's definitely going to be an easy call for the ref. Call that holding penalty on it. So Prior Lake's going to go on the power play again here. 6:51 left in the second period. Yep. So Prior Lake's 6:51 in the second period here. They're going to get that power play here. They got Leathers and Stearns out with Phelan and Knoll and Bartlett. Just waiting for a second for the timekeeper to get the time the clock. There we go. Minute 30 penalty up on the clock. We're ready to go. Hastings wins the draw back. They get it back their D, but Stearns grabs it back there. So they're going down. Hastings takes the puck down there. Sorry about that with the camera, everybody. I'm not used to running the camera at the same time as running the doing the talking. So Prior Lake's going to grab that puck and move it up ice. They're going to get it up to Thielen. Thielen's going to come through the neutral zone. He's got Stearns up too. They do come on side. Stearns comes in to take it off his stick, but they're able to still get it and get possession of it. Leathers over there on the wall digging for it. It's going to need a little bit of help. I always want 2 guys on the puck when we have the power play there. Stearns moves it up to the D. Going to get a shot from top. Doesn't really get through though. Stearns on that guy digging to try to get it away from him. Hastings ends up picking up the puck now too. They got their 1 goal that they did get was shorthanded, so we definitely have to be careful. Just because on the power play doesn't mean that they can't score. There's a shot that just gets steered to the side by Sterling. Thielen's going to pick it up down low now behind the net. He's going to wheel around and look for it through Leathers up the middle. Doesn't quite work out. Hastings picks it up, and they're coming down to dump it in now too. Sterling steers that puck off the side. Leathers going to move it up to Thielen. Thielen over on the wall, moves it across to Leathers. Now we got Dom out. Stearns changed. Leathers takes a shot, goes up over the net, comes wide. This is trouble now. Coming out of the zone now. Hastings coming down to a 2-on-1. He does get it over to the guy. Oh, guy makes a nice move. Sterling was right there to make the save anyway, but the guy lost the puck right as he was about to shoot. The net's off down there, so we're going to get a whistle and have a face off down in the left side of Graham for the net coming off. So a couple power plays that Prior Lake has had, and I think, Hastings is putting their best players on the ice during our power play. It doesn't surprise them that they do that, and just because we're up a guy doesn't mean that they can't put the puck in the net. So we're going to have to be aware of that on our power plays too, to still play defensive hockey, not just all offense. So just barely as an icing. Just gets down there, and I think Dom was just busting his butt to get down there on that one, but couldn't quite get to it. It just barely crossed the line. That's okay. Just barely crossed the line. It's just one of those where it was icing technically. So, if they're going to, like I said before, call that way, then they're going to call it that way the whole game. But Dom going to move it up to Langley. Langley across the red line here in the zone. Coming on the outside, tries to get to his forehand side so he can come in the middle, get a shot. Good stick from Hastings. Got to deflect that puck up and out. Well, the face off to the left side of their goalie here. Just under 5 minutes left in the second period. It's 4-1 Lakers. Langley going to try to step around the guy in the draw. Puts it over in the corner. Hastings able to chip it off the wall and come up through. Moves it over to the right side here. Going to try to take a shot. It doesn't quite, kind of off his stick before he shoots. Comes right in the middle, though. Another kind of missed shot by Hastings. A good stick by Dahl to just chip that puck and get it out there. able to get it up to Langley. Does the same thing. Chip is coming really far on the outside, rolling puck. Tries to just shoot it, coming around, looking for somebody in the middle. He does find Dom in the middle, who's able to get kind of a shot off, but he's in so tight, not much of an angle on that. Now we got Dahl in the corner, looking to find Berryman. Nice shot from one-timer from Berryman up top. Just misses wide by a couple inches. Good low shot, though, right away. Got it off quick. I like to see that. As the boys get older, everything has to happen a little faster. So I like to see them push that limit of what they can do as fast as they can do it. Berryman over there attacking the guy and going to make a nice play to angle and push the guy, just pin him off the puck and move it to the middle. So it's a tough spot to throw it to the middle there. And Leather's under a lot of pressure there, and Hastings takes it away and gets a shot off. And Sterling's right there to make the save. So 3:51 in the second period. Lakers kind of back to playing their game again, it seemed like, for a little bit there. When Hastings scored that one goal, they got a little momentum shift in the game, but Lakers got that goal back, their fourth goal, and now it's been a little more even game the last few minutes. And again, Lakers move it up. Max Neist on the forecheck on the neutral zone. Leathers over here that Hastings able to get it through. Nice play there from Tucker Norgren that stopped their best player, and it just almost came out, didn't quite, but we do get it out now, and they're trying to go, Hastings trying to go D to D. They move it up the wall. They try to move it through, but Leathers right there, it's in his skates. He can't quite locate the puck, didn't know it was there, but they're able to get through, and Hastings guy does a nice job of battling through that. We had a couple sticks on him, whatever, and a couple guys there, but we couldn't quite get the puck away from him. He was just kind of determined to make that pass across. So, again, 68 from Hastings is in on that assist and pretty much made that play happen. So, really got to make sure when he's on the ice that we're shutting that guy down. He probably creates 90% of the offense, if I guess, on this team. So, we got a 4-2 hockey game now. Again, we'll see the next shift here is huge to see if we can, how each team responds, and specifically our team, responding to getting scored on. The next shift after that's really important that we come back hard on. So Bartlett going to move it over, looking for Stearns on the far side. He's going to moves it through. It gets picked off a little bit. He's able to get it back again and loses it about the blue line. Here we go again. 68 come down the ice on Knoll. Knoll does a good job of getting back, gets it out at least. So when Hastings tries to bring it back in, they're offside. So we got neutral zone face-off now for just outside the Lakers zone. 2:55 left in the second period. Again, we really need to shut these guys down here. They got some of their top players on the ice coming and try to respond to get themselves back in this game now, not let it get away from them. Bartlett's got it back now in our D zone. He's going to go D to D to Knoll. Knoll looking for our timing's a little off, but still tries to get it through the middle, and it's picked off by Hastings there. Langley able to pick it up and try to come through, but we end up going offside. Just got to gain that line there instead of trying the fancy stuff outside the blue line. Just gain that line. Thielen, I think, thought that Langley was going to get across the line and anticipating that just when it went inside the zone just a hair too early. 2:30 left in the period. Leathers, Dahl, and Dom out there now with Antilla and Berryman at D. Hastings deep in their zone. They're going to go D to D behind the net. Leathers right there to take that away. Tries to chip it in, but another Hastings guy takes it. We do still get it. Dahl tries to get over to Dom. Dom picks it up behind the net. Try to go back to Dahl. End up taking the ref down. He got so surprised by Dom's pass. Dom got some room, gets over to Leathers. Leathers in the middle. Gets stick by the Hastings. Got to break that up, but we're still going to be almost kept in the zone, but it's okay. We still have control of it. When it comes through Antilla, leaves it for Leathers. Leathers moves it across at Dahl. Dahl's got to get out of there. He's just kind of stopped there for a second and move. So we got to get control of that puck again and kind of settle her down a little bit and get back to our game here. Dahl's going to have some time on the wall now. Looking for Leathers. Does get it to him. Leathers makes a nice move to get around there. He's going to get on his forehand, take a low shot on net, cause a rebound over there. He picks up his own rebound in the corner. Chips over. It's a little 2-on-1 here. Dahl gets hooked a little bit as he's trying to move it over to Dom. Can't quite do it. Leathers trying to move it out front. Gets broken up. So good job in the forecheck so far. We're kind of all over them. They are able to gain that line to get it out. Now the refs are going to call Dom for checking. It's just unfortunate that they call that. Dom's just working hard, and that's okay. Sometimes you're going to take some penalties when you're working hard like that. It's okay. Maybe you take one or two checking penalties in a game, and I'll take it. Playing on the line of, you know. And when you look at what they haven't called against Hastings so far, especially you go back to that cross check over there by the bench, right? London Stewart on Anders Thielen. It's like, how do you call that when where a guy's just trying to work hard and bumps him and he falls down, and you don't call the deliberate 3 cross checks to the head? 1:13 in the second period, 4-2. Hastings going to get a power play opportunity here. I think it's their first power play of the game, I believe. We got Thielen and Langley out on the ice to kill it off with Woolley and Norgren. So good job by Langley over there to take them off the puck and stay out. Thielen's going to get it for a second. We got to get back on that D side. Langley's sticking more on the offensive side of that play. And we're lucky they do go offside on that play. So we're going to get a face-off outside the Prior Lake blue line here. 47 seconds left in the second period. 1:04 left on that penalty to Dom. We're able to win the face-off, but Hastings still gets it over to that side where we don't have a guy. And Thielen going to pick it up and wheel behind the net. He's going to look to shoot it the other way and kind of hits Norgren in the leg. So Hastings picks up behind the net, trying to move out front. Got Hastings behind the net, moving it up to the point, shot in the point. Oh, I don't know how they didn't score on that one. That puck was just right there for the guy who missed a wide open net. Got to make sure we get to smother that puck up when it's there like that, get that whistle. Hastings again in the corner, going to leave it over here for their other guy. Got 3 seconds left in the period, so if they don't know that, they're not going to shoot in time. And that'll do it for the second period. There's still 17 seconds left on that penalty to the Lakers. They're up 4-2 to start the third period here. So good job by the Lakers responding in both those cases with the goals from Hastings, and went up 3-0 at one point in this game, and Hastings got one, but we come back and score a fourth one to kind of shut them down again. And I've talked about before this game and the momentum of the game and how important that is. It's just the mindset of the players and where they are mentally in the game, and that could be such a difference in how the boys play. With you get that goal and you kind of get that little boost of energy on your bench and with your team, and it can lead to some positive things, versus that side of getting scored on and then having to kind of reevaluate yourself really quickly on what happened and what went wrong on it and learn from it, but then move on from it as quickly as possible so you can get back to your game again. No reason to sit there and dwell on that, getting scored on. It's just going to cause more issues for you as the game progresses. So good job by the Lakers responding to those goals, and we'll see if we can kill off this last 17 seconds of the power play that Hastings has, and come back to 5-on-5 here in 17 seconds and see if we can get the next goal. Looks like we got Bartlett and Langley and Thielen out there with Knoll. Like I said, 17 seconds left on that penalty to Dom, and he'll be out. Knoll just chips it up to the neutral zone. Hastings going to go back in their D zone now and try to regroup. They send it up to the bench side here. We're going to get Dom back in at 4 seconds here, so Hastings is going to try to get a shot out pretty quick. They do. Kicked off to the side by Graham. Move it up front. They got that guy open out front, but a bunch of Lakers around him at least, and we're able to get that puck, kind of move it up to Stearns, who's out there on the ice for Dom. So they end up moving it just offside, so Thielen has to come back. Didn't quite gain the line, so there's no whistle there. Moves it over to Bartlett. Bartlett to Langley. Moves it over to Stearns. Stearns is going to come in his own and try to get it back to Langley there. He's going to leave it for Bartlett. Bartlett's going to walk. He's got a chance to maybe get a shot off here. Tough angle shot, so he carries it behind the net. Looking. Finds Langley in front. Langley's going to take his time taking that shot. and the goalie gets a chance to get reset for that shot over there. So they come in the zone. Hastings comes in offside, and they're going to get a whistle, and now we're going to change, get the rest of our line changed here, or get new legs on the ice, I should say, fresh legs. So I think Langley had that opportunity yesterday too. He's going to have to look back on those a couple times, and I'm sure the coach will talk to him about it too. But any recommendation I'd have with that is just get that shot off quicker. It's Pee Wee hockey. You don't have as much time, and you got to just get that thing off. A long time ago, I had a guy that played a lot of NHL hockey. He told me, a lot of times it's about getting that puck to the net as fast as you can, and think about it. You're trying to get it to the net before the goalie can get over there. It's not about how hard your shot is. It's about getting it to the net while the net is halfway open. Good job by Prior Lake to win that draw. Berryman takes a shot. And Hastings goalie steers it wide in the corner, but Volp's all over it down there, trying to dig it out of there. He's still down there. Looks like Volp and Antilla was in there too from pinching. Leathers covering for Antilla. So Hastings is going to try to retreat back behind their net again and see if they can reset on their breakout. They move it up to the half wall. Little kind of puck tie it up over there and battle along the wall. Hastings really big team overall. I don't know if you can tell from the video or whatever, but biggest team that we've seen by far out here. Berryman does a nice job he's got that puck right in the middle. Almost gets it. There it is. So good job by Berryman to knock that puck down right inside the blue line. Gets a chance to get a shot off, get a little bit on it, but it gets it to the net at least, and Leather's able to get it, kind of push it through, and it ends up kind of squeaking through over to Volp on the weak side there on the far side, and Volp's able to bury that one. So that's exactly what we need. 5-2 now. Good response from the Lakers. Every time that the Raiders score, the Lakers come and score the next goal back. It's kind of defeating to the other team to get a goal and get a little momentum going, and then all of a sudden the other team scores on you. So again, just like stay on them now is going to be the key. So Hastings coming to his own. The big guy's coming in around the outside here. He's looking for somebody. Going to try to just wheel around. Puck goes out of the zone, so Dom does a really good job. He just on him. Dahl out here, going to move it back to D and go D to Woolley. Woolley's looking for Dom. We're going to get it to Dom, but ends up being in his feet, so it ends up going down and for an icing on the Lakers. Prior Lake going to change lines up and get some fresh legs on the ice. I like that too. Keep them short so the guys can stay out there and stay at 100% energy as much as possible. Got Leathers and Thielen and Stearns and forward with Bartlett and Knoll at D. And Leathers digging behind the net. Bartlett going to go back there and go after the guy, and they try to go behind the net. Leathers is there to put pressure on the guy. Knoll there too. Now they go up to the top, and Thielen gets a little piece that to block that shot, put it over in the corner. Leathers on him there. Got guys in good position here. Stearns takes it away from there, up at the top of the circle and goes up to the middle, but it's right into a bunch of traffic, and Hastings tries to put the puck in, whatever, and they do put it in, but it's offside. Just got to be careful of throwing that puck up the middle there. I think, one thing one of the coaches they coach with just recently, like one of his sayings, and he says if you're going to go to the middle, you got to really love it. When you think about that throughout anywhere on the ice, that middle is really congested. So use that perimeter until you can get to the middle, but you got to love it when you're going to go there, because otherwise it's just going to lead to a turnover, and it's not good. Langley comes in and takes a shot on goal there too, gets deflected in the netting, and so get a whistle and offensive zone face-off for Prior Lake. Got Neist and Volp and Langley out there now with Bartlett and Knoll. Hastings wins that face-off. They're going to come back around behind the net. Nice read there from Neist to be there to break up that pass. It kind of goes off his skate, still goes to the wing. Hastings is going to come out of the zone, but they can't get really anything going as they come up through there because Lakers are all over. And Volp picks it up, coming down the side there, gets it down deep. He's going to take it behind the net. Look to probably use the D here. He does use the D, gets it back over to Knoll. Knoll tries to feed it back to him. Good look there. Ends up not working out, though. It's the right idea, though, for the boys. Now they're coming down. Hastings comes down on like a 1-on-4, so they're just going to chip it in and try to get in there and we got good numbers back. Langley takes it away and trying to move it up through, and again goes off the skate, kind of broken up. We just want to get this puck deep there so we can change. Knees down the puck over there in the half. Well, gets a Langley. He's going to have a little bit of room to the middle. Tries to dangle through, and Hastings takes it off the stick. Again, Hastings comes through a neutral zone. They got one guy coming down us who's just step up and take that guy. He shoots wide. Gets over. Now we get a line change. At least we got, I think, a couple of our guys changed. Excuse me. Dom going to pick up the puck on the half wall. Ooh. And move it up there to Langley. Langley is clipped in the head as he's trying to come through. It looks like he got kind of shaken up on that one. That's not good. And then they're going to call a weak trip on Dom after missing the check to the head. It's frustrating that the bigger call they miss, and Langley coming through the neutral zone gets blindside hit. So you probably hear the moms over here not liking the call on Dom either. Or Dom just kind of works his butt off and ends up taking some penalties, and it's unfortunate. But again, the refs and what they're calling, they're just looking for a guy to fall down, and then they'll call it. So again, Hastings goes on the power play. They're going to wheel out the top and get a shot off. Goes off the body in front. Serling trying to locate that puck, gets it covered, and they're just like whacking at him in there. Got to clear those guys out of there. There you go. So Prior Lake trying to make sure they stay disciplined here and get through this last 9 minutes of the game. They're up by 2 goals. 1:20 left in that penalty for Dom. Again, Hastings moving it up. Nice. They go to the middle, and Dahl's right in that spot to get it and grab it and move it down the ice. He's going to work hard to get down there and beat that puck, at least force Hastings to have to skate for that thing. I like that work, just showing that we're not giving up on that puck, even though it's probably going to be icing. Almost beat him to it, so good hustle there from Dahl. Good job, good position there, and the kill to pick off that puck. It just kind of went off his stick hard down the ice for an icing. So Leathers on the draw. They'll bring it back to Berryman. Berryman's going to go in the corner, make a nice move around the guy to get some space and move it up to Leathers. Make sure the guys are staying on the D side of the puck here. Leathers and Berryman trying to get a stick. Shot on goal from the outside. And Graham's going to make that save. Everyone's cheering because they at least got Dom's name right this time. If you ever notice that he's the one guy on the team that I still call out in the game by his first name, because 4-syllable name for his last name is just too much to say every time. So sorry. Oh, shot just wide by Hastings D there, and I don't think Sterling got much of a look at that until the last second, but it did miss the net, so that's good. Dahl's going to grab it, hammer it down. It's right on that bench side, so it's going to get slowed down by the snow that builds up from the guys making line changes. Good job by Leathers to stay on that. He's getting kind of held down there a little bit, but he's able to still battle with the guy, and that's going to keep Hastings from getting through. They do end up coming through the zone, though. Good job by Leathers coming back, getting a stick on that guy. Nice little move there from Norgren, too, come through, and they're going to step up and check him, and that's definitely going to get called. So good job by Norgren to step up in that play and read that. And, again, good job by the boys in responding to that and kind of force Hastings to have to take a penalty there, because he made a nice move around the guy, and he basically had to step into him. So good to see that the refs get that one, and we're going to be 4-on-4 for 11 seconds here. So 8 minutes left in the third period, 5-2 Lakers, 11 seconds of 4-on-4, and then we're going to go on the power play for minute 19. Hastings wins that draw back. They're going to go back behind their net, try to move it up to that wing there. But Thielen's there to take it away, moves it over to Langley. Langley's got a chance to shoot. Gets a little bit of shot off, but stick kind of breaks it up for. We're back to full strength now, so Dom's going to head to the bench. Stern's going to hit the ice, and now we've got a power play for a minute 10 here. Hastings going to send the puck down the ice for an icing, so that's going to be a whistle down and take that puck and face it off down in the offensive zone. So We've got Langley taking the draw, Thielen on the left side, Stearns on the right side here, Knoll and Bartlett out there. So Langley wins the draw back to Knoll. He's going to look. Nice little shimmy shake that guy off and able to move it down to Langley to Bartlett. Bartlett takes a shot. Stearns right in front digging for that puck too. Good play from the boys, looking for that pass across and shot from Bartlett and getting the bodies and traffic in front of the net. That's what we'd like to see. Langley wins the draw again, back to Thielen, moves it to Knoll. Gets a little broken up there by the stick as Knoll's trying to go across. No, don't hook that guy there. We don't need that. We got numbers back. Bartlett takes the puck, picks it up. Stearns going to pick it up on the outside, move it up to Thielen at the red line. Thielen's going to come in now. We're onside, coming to the zone. Thielen coming in down the middle. Stearns out front of the net. Thielen wheeling around the net, looking for somebody across. Finds Langley across. Langley's going to take a shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Sometimes the guys need to understand that when the goalie is squared up on them like that, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to make that save. So sliding that puck across to your teammate sometimes and backdoor passes are the way to go. I understand. I think they all get a little bit wide-eyed when they got just them and the goalie, but the goalie's looking right at you in great position. So if you got somebody open in front, move it to him. Antilla, guys, puck tries to move it down low, and Hastings takes it away. He's just going to kind of stay there for a second, try to kill off the rest of the penalty, which he pretty much does. So Hastings gets their guy out of the box. Now we're back to 5-on-5. 6:25 left in the third period. Lakers up 5-2. Nice little move there by Berryman to evade that guy down there and moves it up to Leathers in the neutral zone. Leathers battle for it. Bolt going to go for it. Now here comes Hastings coming down. Nice play there from RD. Little unfortunate collision there in front. Oh, no. Just ends up going right to the Hastings guy after that puck just kind of pops out. Goes right to the Hastings guy, just point blank able to shoot on Graham. It's kind of strange how that play kind of worked out. The puck ended up just like popping out right to the guy. He had no one around, just able to bury that one. Not much of a chance for Sterling there on that one with a guy just walking right in with all the time in the world. So we're at 5-3 now. So we got a hockey game still here. Still 6 minutes left in this game. So hopefully the boys understand, that they got to keep playing here. Turnover in the neutral zone. Hastings coming down on the outside. Good stick by Norgren to push it out to the outside, not let that guy around him. Langley over there battling the half wall too. Again, the 68s are better players, so we got to make sure we got some guys on him. So good job by Norgren to move that up there to Dahl, who tries to leave it there for Langley. It doesn't quite work out, but we're able to chip it out of the zone, so it's good to be able to gain the zone at least. Hastings misplays that. Langley coming to his own about top of the circle, slides it over to Dahl. Dahl tries to take a shot about 2 feet over the net. Ends up going down deep and coming up to Woolley, who's going to take a shot. Puck's kind of bouncing around a little bit as Woolley tries to take that shot, and it ends up kind of floating in the net like a little knuckleball, and goalie kind of just waiting there like a catcher to stop that one. 5:21 in the third period. Let's see if we get another one here. It'd be nice to get another one here and get back to that 3-goal lead again. 2-goal lead sitting there right now. 5 minutes left in the game. It could be an issue. So Hastings is going to take the puck and move it up. Coming down on Knoll. They try to move it back. Gets Stearns, takes it away. He's going to move it over to Thielen just a little too far in front of him. And it kind of makes it so we can't come into that zone with a lot of speed there. So Thielen does a nice job moving it back to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to walk, take a shot right in the goalie. Puck's still loose. Got to get on that, boys. He's kind of sitting back there wondering who's going to get on that forecheck. Leathers goes back to get it deep to Thielen. Thielen's going to walk out. Oh, he had Bartlett Leathers wide over front. Now we got a little bit of stuff going on in front of the net here. Looks like Volpe was in there trying to kind of mix it up a little bit with a loose puck and just gets knocked down and no call there. Nice play down there for the guys. Would have been nice if we could have had that little dish over to Leathers after we kind of got in tight on the net there. He was wide open on that back door. think it's something the guys are going to have to kind of improve on a little bit as the season progresses. These low percentage shots or shots where the goalie's squared up on them already when you got a guy just hanging out over there on the back door for an easy tap-in goal. It'd be nice to see that, see some little bit more teamwork going on instead of a little bit more like, I'm going to take the shot. Hastings got the puck down low. They're going to get a shot. They're really going to push now in the last 4 minutes of the game here, and we'll see what we can respond to that. Looks like Langley coming to the zone, gets it in deep in the zone behind the net. He's going to try to escape power turn away from the guy, but Hastings able to get control of the puck and come up the middle now. So they're going to come through now and move the puck through. 68 come through, nice little move. He's going to come right to the house and try to come in there and stuff that in there. But Sterling does a good job of keeping that 5-hole closed up and not allowing him to push that puck in. But it shows kind of skill level that guy too. He gets pushed to the outside. He's just going to cut right back in and still try to sneak it in there and not just go behind the net. And still trying to put the puck in. 3:51 left in the third. Hastings win the draw. Back to their D. They take a shot. Nice tip. Oh, great job there by Woolley. Probably saved a goal there by tying that guy up and not allowing him to get that rebound there. Great job tying that guy up after the face-off. So Hastings again going to grab control of the puck along their half wall, move it up to the middle. One pass gets by all three of our forwards, and now Woolley's kind of chasing down 68, tries to move it across. Good job by, looks like Norgan over there to cover the guy on the weak side front. We're able to take that puck, trying to chip it up the leathers off the boards. Dahl was, and just no glass there on the bench, and ends up going into the Laker bench. That face-off is going to be down low, left side of Sterling. 3:19 left in the period, so up by 2 goals, 5-3. Just about 3 minutes left of the game. If you want to win this hockey game, and for sure lock it down, just play on the D side of the puck and make sure get pucks out, get pucks deep, and take the win. It's a little different game today, though, too. So, kind of a game and tournament that doesn't mean a ton. So, might not, decide to play that way. But I guarantee if this is later in the season in a really important game or something, we're in shutdown mode. Langley on the draw, wins it back to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to take it, looking to get it to Stearns. He gets it to him on the side over there, and we're going to come through the neutral zone, try to get it in the zone and get it deep. It doesn't quite work out. Again, we're just going to stay on the D side of the puck. It looks like that's what some of our players are doing that a little bit. Here we go. Thielen coming to the zone, enters in the zone, trying to move it over to Langley. Gets taken off the stick, goes to Stearns. Stearns takes a shot. I don't think the goalie saw it. It went off the goalie, but she didn't even see it. Now we got Thielen in there in the corner trying to get the puck, and looks like we're kind of going into a little bit more of a one-man forecheck or a 1.5. Again, Thielen and Langley over there kind of digging for it. They push it down in the corner. 2:26 left in the game. Thielen on it behind the net. Langley on it over there too, trying to keep it pinned in the zone there for these guys and not let them out of the zone. This is Hastings, weakest line out there right now, so kind of just push it back into the zone and get that puck deep there. It's a good opportunity to get it deep, and we don't. So Hastings comes down a little quick 2-on-1 here. Broken up by Bartlett off his skate, so a good play by Bartlett to be in the right spot to break up that little quick 2-on-1. But it's just really important as saying that, getting that puck deep there. It's yesterday I talked about those blue lines and around the blue lines and owning that area. You get it out, get it across the red line, get it deep. Just like that doesn't seem like much, but those small, simple plays like that to just now here comes Hastings through there. Good block by Berryman, sends that puck off the netting. So I don't think Berryman knew where it was after it went off his foot, but good spot for him to be to block that. And looks like Hastings going to pull their goalie. 1:31 left in the third period. They'll pull their goalie. I'm not sure if we get timeouts in these games or not, or I know we did earlier, but not sure if in this kind of round of the tournament at this point. But Hastings got their goalie pulled with 1:30 left. Lakers are up by 2 goals. Leathers out there trying to win the draw. Hastings wins it back to their D. And we just got to make sure we're blocking shots now and just keeping pucks to the outside. And it's almost like we're killing a penalty basically now. Just get pucks out. Oh, there's that shot on goal. Kind of Sterling screened a little bit from 68 over here on this side. He kind of walks off the wall and takes a shot, and I don't think Sterling got a great look at that. It's kind of a quick play by 68 for Hastings to come off the corner like that and just take that shot. I think he looked it off like he was going to make a pass across the ice, and then shot and caught everybody a little bit by surprise. And I don't think Sterling got a great look at that puck, to be honest. It was kind of screened a little bit in front. So got a 5-4 hockey game with a minute 19 left. It's definitely still time left for something to happen here. So Langley's going to win the draw back to Knoll. Knoll's going to take it, try to gain the line and get it deep. He does get it across the line and gets it enough across the line to get it deep. No icing, so just over a minute left. And Hastings going to try to stretch their players here and send it down the ice, get it to their best player on the ice, 68 here, coming in. Good no call by the ref there. And we're going to send it down the ice for an icing, but we'll take it. Rather have them sending it down like that than just burn through that few seconds or whatever. So again, shutdown mode for the Lakers the next 53 seconds. They're giving up 2 goals here in the last couple minutes of the game as Hastings put some pressure on us. We're just going to try to keep them to the outside again and keep them from being able to get any shots off. Knoll's going to be the first one over to grab that puck, but Hastings guys on him over there. And again, Langley behind the net trying to help too. 68's got the puck again. He's going to cut back to go down low again. Cut back again, try to move it out front. We got good coverage so far on these guys, keeping their feet moving on. Like Thielen over there put pressure on. Leathers comes up, they get a shot. Just gets covered up by Sterling there in front. Glad he was able to cover that one up because there was a Hastings guy right there just waiting. Looks like Coach Leathers is going to use his timeout now. I'm sure their plan is going to be to win the face-off, just eat that puck behind the net or in the corner. That's what I'd probably do, is just literally win that face-off back in the corner and just eat it. I mean, even if you literally had a guy just kind of fall on it over there, you're going to kill probably 7 or 8 seconds before you even get a whistle by just having the guy end up falling on the puck or whatever. But typically when we talk about that in hockey terms of eating the puck, it means just pinning it up against the wall and just killing time. If we do win that face-off, we can either try to send it hard and ring it to get it out of the zone, or slap shot, whatever we have to do to get it up out of the zone, or just kind of eat it down there in the corner. So get a couple guys down in there in the corner and just pin it against the wall and kill the clock here. Got 18 seconds left. 17.9 technically up by 1 goal in the third period. So it's a big face-off here for both teams. We can win this face-off and, like I said, just kill off the clock here. Get it out one time, and that's all it's going to take to pretty much kill the rest of this game. And, Langley on the draw. It's their best player. So it kind of won back to Hastings. Does get it, but we're able to get control of it. Doesn't quite get out. They're going to get that shot in the point. Comes out just wide. Oh, I tried to stuff it around. Sterling wasn't there, and it didn't go on net. Just went through the crease. Now we're going to eat it along the boards. That's what we're talking about. It's right over there. It might cause a little skirmish, but good job by Bartlett just to eat that puck over there in the corner, and Thielen over there to help him too, just to kill that clock off for the last couple seconds of the game. So Prior Lake holds out with that win, 5-4. Good win for them. It was battle with these guys. We knew they weren't going to give up, and kind of a back and forth game between the teams. But overall, Prior Lake was definitely a better team. They come out with the win. So thanks to everybody joining us for this weekend for the PWAA Prior Lake team down here in Rochester for the Big Pumpkin. I don't know where we placed. It doesn't really matter. The team's getting better each game, so that's what matters. This was our best performance, especially early on, that I've seen so far from our guys. So coach are going to be happy with that for sure. And we'll see what we got. We got a little while before our next tournament now, and then start our league play. So, join us in the future for our games and see what this team can do. So good things from them, and like I said, they're getting better every game, so that's what counts. All right.